What's up with it, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Raider Honcho, and I'm back with a brand new video for you. Alright guys, get right into it. You already know the vibes. You already know what type of time I'm on. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, well damn, subscribe to the channel. You can hit me up on Instagram and Twitter. Both are at Raider Honcho. Now, I know a lot of people gonna be in the comments hating. They're gonna see the thumbnail. They're gonna be like, oh, Honcho is a hater. Hater Honcho. Hater Honcho. He doesn't know ball. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's calling Ashton Jeanty a bust after one game. No, goddammit. But some of the people in the chat are. Some of the people within the nation are. Some of the people that don't know a damn thing about football are trying to say Ashton Jeanty might not be the guy after not 2 games, not after 3 games, but after 4 quarters of his NFL career. They're already jumping to the conclusion that the Raiders might have made a mistake. Now, I will say that when the draft came around, you saw me live, I was with Graphic, with Wasted. You know what I mean? I was with some people over there. And I might have said I wanted the Raiders to go defensive tackle first. Yes, I did say that because I do believe that the Raiders need some help in the middle of that defensive line. You got Kuntz on one side, you got Crosby on the other side, but the middle seems a little light. It seems a little bit weak when you talk about our front 6 or our front 7, whatever you want to call it. And I wanted them to go DT. Now, I was very pleased and very happy when they went Jeanty because I do think Jeanty has the capability, has the potential, has all the attributes of being a generational talent at the running back position. Now, I only have a different sentiment when it comes to drafting a defensive tackle because I don't necessarily think you need a generational running back to win games. Okay, that was the only difference that I had with some other people, right? But to sit here and try to think that Ashton Jeanty is already a bust after 1 game is crazy, especially when you dive into the numbers a little bit. Yes, I know that the man only averaged like 2 yards a carry. I believe he had 19 carries, 38 yards or something like that. But out of the 19 carries, I mean 6 of them went for a loss. That's not on him. He's getting touched damn near as soon as he gets the ball. The Raiders' run blocking was so terrible. Was just so egregious. It was just terrible. They couldn't block anybody. Now, they did a good job in pass blocking, but the run blocking was just so subpar, right? So when you talk about Ashton Jeanty's production, even though he did score a touchdown, and I think he's going to score a lot of touchdowns this year, when you talk about his lack of production, you have to look at the offensive line. I have seen mediocre running backs have great seasons based on the type of offensive line they have. I've seen good running backs have bad seasons based on the type of blocking that they have up front. So you got to keep that in mind when you're talking about the production of a running back. He is really dependent on the type of blocking he's getting up front. Now, if we dive into the numbers a little bit more, when you talk about the Raiders' run blocking grades, I mean, Michael Mayer had a 69.5 blocking grade. DJ Glaze had a 53.4. You had Jackson Powers, Johnson, Austin Powers, behave. He had a 54.8. Trey Tucker, 75.8 blocking outside on the edge. That's actually not bad. That's actually not bad. But when you put all those together, the Raiders graded 32. 32nd out of how many teams? 32. So when you talk about the Raiders, the inability to run the ball, you got to look at the blocking. It starts up front. It starts in the trenches. Ashton Jeanty is going to be just fine. For you guys that are in comments and in chats and even having the conversation that he might be a bust is absolutely crazy. He's not going to be a bust. He's going to be a good football player. He's going to have a lot of production. But the Raiders have to tighten up that offensive line when it comes to run blocking. If you're man blocking, if you're zone blocking, however you want to block it, okay? You got to get to the second level. But first and foremost, you can't have your running back who's already starting at 5.5, 6 yards in the backfield, getting touched soon as he gets the handoff. He has to run 5 yards just to break even. So you got to give him a chance there. You got to give him a chance. And I'm going to give the offensive line a chance. I do think that the Patriots have a really good defensive line. I think it's the first game. You got to gel together. It's a new unit, relatively young unit. And I think that they're going to be okay. But I do think it comes down to coaching. That offensive line is going to have to be coached up. But we cannot sit here. And I'm supposed to be the negative one. We cannot sit here and just act like, Ashton Jeanty's not the guy. The Raiders aren't going to be able to run the ball, this, that, and the third. Like, you got to give it time to marinate. The Raiders are not a ready product right now. They are not a finished product right now. They are not playoff ready right now. They are building something. Pete Carroll's doing a great job. They are building something. Just like you got to trust that secondary, you got to trust that the offensive line is going to figure it out, okay? And Ashton Jeanty's going to get going. I think that when you look at the run blocking grades and you look at the lack of production from the running back, it goes together, right? It'd be different if the run blocking grades was in the 80s and you had a running back that's running for 38 yards on 19 carries. Like, okay, brother, I don't think you seeing the gaps. I don't think you making the right reads and making the right cuts. I think you might just not got it. Somewhat like Zeus. Like when Zeus is running the ball, you're like, I don't know what you're trying to do. It's just not working. But when it comes to Ashton Jeanty, I do think it's just all about the production of the offensive line, and they got to give him better looks. And I think they will. I think we just got to be a little more patient with it and just see where it goes. I think he's a good player. I think he's going to have tremendous upside. He's going to have a great career. And I think that it's just, you got to crawl before you walk. All right. And I think we just got to be a little more patient with our expectations. Even though he's a early pick, a high pick, first round pick, that doesn't really matter in the NFL. Once you get to the games, you get to the games, right? You play what you play who you play, and you play how you play. And right now, that offensive line is not playing very well. And it's only one game. We'll see what they do. I think this week is going to be a tough game. You know, well, next week's going to be a tough game dealing with the Chargers or whatever, but we'll see where it goes. I want you guys to get down in the comments. Let me know, do you think Ashton Jeanty's a bust? Do you think he's a bust after one game? Some people thought he was a bust after the preseason. I'm like, oh, Lord, here we go. Some of y'all just don't know ball. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. If you like the video, like the video. If you like the content on the channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit me up on Instagram and Twitter. Both are at Honcho. I get active in the mentions. Until next time, as always, for the Honcho out.